Today I'm going to make a Sonic 1 remake in 7 days. It will be my first big game ever, so I'm really excited to try making it out. Without further ado, let's begin. If I only knew back then what I'm getting myself into. Making a game starts with a basic question. What engine am I gonna use? Well, to make everything faster I have to use something more graphic than Python. But to make it a real game, it has to be more complicated than Scratch. There are many engines out there that could be perfect for me. I've never worked in Unity or Unreal Engine before, and even though I really wanted to, these two were just too hard for me. Learning them right now would simply take me too much time. After rethinking my life choices, I stumbled upon a tutorial for making 2D games in Godot. Godot? Godot? Oh, you know what I'm saying. And it turned out to be the best match for me. I opened Godot, made a new scene, and... Wait! I don't have any sprites yet. I started off by finding a Sonic sprite. It will be the base of everything. Then I stumbled upon a site called the Spriter's Resource, and as you may see, it will be really helpful. Now that I downloaded him, I can paint. Enjoy the time-lapse. And here we have him. As you may see, I made a quick info about him, and I also painted nearly every possible animation off screen. I forgot to record it. Since we finally have a finished Sonic sprite, we can start making the real game. Let's begin by making 3 folders. The first one will be for assets, the second one for scenes, and the third one for script. I can drop the assets into the assets folder right now. Then I will finally have everything I need to make my dream come to life. Let's create a new scene and make the character. Why is this not working? Now it works and I feel really good.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Let's give him a collision shaped D. It's basically just a hitbox. Without it, Sonic wouldn't be able to stand on grass and collect rings. After that, we can add him to the main game scene. For the game to work, Sonic must have a camera. By adding it under his nose, it will follow every footstep that the player makes. Let's readjust the size a bit. We also have to make a basic environment. Let's make a tile map and then add the tiles to it. I tried to make something similar to the original game, but settled on making something more custom than one-to-one copy. After finishing this part of the game, I know there is a hard one coming. Eggman is a fascinating character for me. He has this constant obsession with catching Sonic and proving that he's better than him.
Who's the coolest guy around? Me or you?
What a ridiculous question! It's me, of course!
That makes him look silly. There's no way he's the smartest man on Earth.
No way, Jose!
But I still have to draw Sonic's arch enemy, his nemesis. And here we have Dr. Robotnik. He's a genius that loves to create very advanced robots and try to dominate Sonic. I tried to make him look as close to the original as possible, and I think I nailed it. Let's start this step by making the world of the game a bit bigger. Then I will finally be able to make a basic moveset for the main character. It requires a bit of work. As you can see, we can move, but we are really slow. This speed can't stay here for long. But even though I am very happy with this prototype, it's time to create platforms. Sonic will be able to stand on them as they move from point A to point B. As you may see, platforms will exist between some gaps. I want to make them a crucial part of the game. Before we continue, I must change the Z index in Sonic's character. For him to be seen by us, his number must be high rather than low. Now we have a finished platform that can be fully reused later. And we need After adding a few more, it's the perfect moment to try our game again. It works, kinda. A second attempt would be helpful. It works. I'm glad that I was able to properly make it this time. Let's readjust the hitbox a bit. And the third attempt. To add collectible rings to the game, I must draw them first. Then make a spinning animation. And add a few more. I decided to make the sky as the first thing in the background. And it works. Then I added some mountains. Along with some funny looking trees. And clouds, of course. Many clouds. The last part was animated water, so that the deeps would also have something. This looks way better than I imagined. Wow. I did a really good job making everything. Whoops, Sonic jumps too high right now. But it looks funny though. I started off by binding initial keys to their respective functions. Then I made a script that flips Sonic's sprite in the other direction. For the game to look better, Sonic's animations have to take a part. The only ones that he will need are both jumping and running. Making them should be easy. As we can see, they work. I should cut some frames from the jumping animation. First, the sprite for Badnik has to be made. I also redesigned the trees to look more natural and realistic. Now the game looks a lot better. What? What is this? Look at him go! Sadly, I forgot to record a couple of things that should be here. I want to apologize for that, because right now I don't have anything more to show you in this part of development. And to make things even worse, Badnik's script crashed and isn't killing the player anymore. As you can see here. So I gave Badnik an electricity effect so that he will appear damaged. Let's start this step happier than we ended the last. I'm making once again a trace of original sprite in a homemade style. It will fit with the vibe of the game way more. The screen looks like this, and now let's test if it works. Now that it works, we can finally add Eggman to the game. I will admit, I don't know how to write boss fights right now, so I used ChatGPT to help me create the script. And I'm glad I did, because it was helpful. Oh, come on. Move somewhere else. Why are you stuck? What is wrong with you? Let's try once again. What? What? Why are you following me? Why right now? You aren't supposed to do this. Oh, come on. Eggman became an unpredictable problem, so I added sound, and after I turned on the game, there was a surprise for me. Before we make the main menu, I decided that the game needed some controls description. It will be the best to put them right next to the spawn point. Now we can focus on making the real thing. It would be nice to make it look a bit like the OG one. As you've seen, the exit button doesn't work. We need to fix it fast. And the menu is ready. In the meantime, I did some redesigns that help the game really much. Just look at them, they are so nice! The camera needed some zoom in. I also added a UI so that the player can keep track of his lives and collected rings. There was only one more thing I needed to fix. But for now, enjoy the nearly finished Sonic Remake! There was one thing we needed, so I made a windscreen. It will be shown after the player with Robotnik zone. Right here. I added a shooting zone for Eggman's lasers in the boss fight area. I even created laser sprite and changed Robotnik's script so that it also shoots now. I added laser script too. And now let's test if it works. It does not. Since time is running out, it will be better to make the environment a problem for Sonic instead. This way Eggman can push the player off the platform and kill him. Now we finally finished Sonic Remake. It was an amazing experience to make my first real game. The Godot engine turned out to be really good and easy to work with, and I'm happy I chose it. From now on I will be making more 2D games, so stay tuned.